Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Going to be giving you my predicted 11 for Manchester United's game against Nottingham Forest in the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg. It is at Old Trafford. So I'm expecting Erik ten Hag to rotate. I'm going to go with the 4-2-3-1 formation. So, in goal, I'm going to go with Jack Butland. I'm expecting Jack Butland to make his Manchester United debut. He was denied his debut in the FA Cup against Reading, and he was denied his debut in the 3-0 win against Charlton in the quarter-finals of the Carabao Cup. Manchester United have got Jack Butland on loan until the end of the season because obviously Martin Dubravka's loan got terminated. Jack Butland is number 2 to David De Gea. So I think Butland will come in for De Gea. Some United fans are expecting Tom Heaton to start. Right back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He'll keep his place at right back because Diego Dalot is still unavailable through injury. I'm expecting Aaron Wan-Bissaka to leave Manchester United. I'm expecting him to leave in the summer. He's not our first choice right back. He hasn't been our first choice right back for a while. Manchester United got Aaron Wan-Bissaka from Crystal Palace back in the summer of 2019. We got him in a deal worth 50 million. The two centre-backs, I'm going to go with Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof. Obviously, them two played alongside each other in the 3-1 win against Reading in the FA Cup. Some people believe Varane and Martinez will come in for Maguire and Lindelof, but I think Maguire and Lindelof will keep their places, because this is a meaningless game. By the way, Harry Maguire is expected to stay at Manchester United beyond tonight's deadline. Harry Maguire is not one of Man United's first choice centre-halves. He hasn't been one of our first choice centre-halves since the arrival of Lisandro Martinez. He's too inconsistent, Maguire. You know, revert back to last season, the vast majority of Man United fans were demanding for the captaincy to be taken off him. Manchester United overpaid for Harry Maguire, got him for 80 million from Leicester back in the summer of 2019. When Harry Maguire officially signed for the club, he signed a 6-year contract. And Victor Lindelof, he's not one of Man United's first choice centre-halves. He hasn't been one of our first choice centre-halves since Varane came to the club. I think there's a chance Lindelof will leave the club, but not until the summer. Lindelof is under contract with Man United till 2024. Manchester United got him from Benfica back in 2017 in a deal worth 31 million. Left back, I'll go with Luke Shaw. I think he'll come in for Terrell Malacia. Luke Shaw has missed the last 2 games through illness. Luke Shaw, I can still say is Man United's first choice left back. He is preferred to Terrell Malacia. My only concern about Luke Shaw is injury prone. He had the same issue at Southampton. Shaw's endured around 9 years or so at Manchester United, so he's been a long-serving player. Towards the end of last year, Man United extended his contract by 1 year. The two centre midfielders, I'm going to go with Fred and Casemiro. I'm expecting Fred to come in for Christian Eriksen. Christian Eriksen won't be playing any part in this game. Don't forget, Christian Eriksen left Old Trafford on crutches after suffering an ankle injury in the cup win against Reading. Eriksen got brought down by Andy Carroll. Andy Carroll, of course, got sent off in the game. Eriksen, of course, is having a scan on his ankle to see how severe the injury is. But Fred, he didn't start against Reading, but he did come on and he scored a good flick. It came from a corner. You can still say Fred is one of Man United's first choice centre midfielders despite the arrivals of Casemiro and Christian Eriksen. You know, Fred's played games this season alongside Casemiro and Christian Eriksen. Manchester United got Fred from Shakhtar Donetsk in a deal worth 50 million back in 2018. Towards the end of last year, Man United extended Fred's contract by 1 year. And Casemiro, you know, he scored 2 stunning goals against Reading. Casemiro's first goal, he dinked it over the goalkeeper. It came from an incisive pass from Anthony. And Casemiro's second goal, it was a curled shot from 30 yards out. It did take a deflection. But what an impact Casemiro has made since he come to Manchester United. Casemiro did mention that it was a pleasant evening, and Erik ten Hag said Casemiro was magnificent. Manchester United got Casemiro from Real Madrid in a deal worth 70 million. With add-ons included. So, yeah, I think that'll be the two centre midfielders, Fred and Casemiro. There's other options as well. McTominay. Don't know what's happening with him. He's been out recently, but McTominay could play a part in this game. There's been talks that Cobble Mano could be involved. Cobble Mano's only young, is the age of 18. You know, he made his competitive debut in the cup win against Charlton. The attacking midfielder, I'm going to go with Bruno Fernandes. I think he'll keep his place. Obviously, Van der Beek can't play any part because he's out for the rest of the season with an knee injury. I think if he'd have been fit, though, he may have gone at number 10 for this game. And Bruno Fernandes, he's playing well at the moment. You know, he got an assist in the game against Reading. Had some opportunities as well, so he was unlucky not to get his name on the score sheet. You know, Fernandes scored in the first leg against Forest. It was a low drive from just inside the 6-yard box. You know, Fernandes scored in the 1-1 draw with Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. You know, he got the assist for Rashford's stunning goal in the 3-2 defeat to Arsenal. He scored the equaliser in the 2-1 win against Manchester City at Old Trafford. You know, like I've said, Fernandes looks a far superior player without Ronaldo in the team. Revert back to when Ronaldo was at Man United, you know, we couldn't get the best out of Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes has been a United player for over 2 years. Manchester United got him from Sporting Lisbon back in January 2020. On the left wing and right wing, I'm going to go with Anthony Elanga and Alejandro Garnacho. You know, I think they'll come in for Marcus Rashford and Anthony. Rashford, of course, played in the cup game against Reading. He was denied that record goal. Rashford had his goal ruled out by VAR because in the build-up, Wout Weghorst was offside. Probably was the correct decision. Rashford had a very good chance from a free kick against Reading as well. Produced a good save from the Reading goalkeeper. Rashford scored a beautiful solo strike in the first leg against Nottingham Forest. And Anthony, he's been playing well recently. You know, Anthony got an assist in the cup against Reading. Had some chances as well, especially in that first half, so was unlucky not to score. But Elanga, he's received 10 offers, but probably will end up staying at Manchester United. Garnacho, like I said, he's a good young asset. He's done well since he broke into our senior squad. Jadon Sancho is an option on the wing as well, but don't think he'll start this game. Sancho is now back. You know, Sancho was out for a while due to lack of fitness. And up top, I'm going to go with Wout Weghorst. Because obviously Anthony Martial is still unavailable through injury. Martial has been hampered with injuries this season. Weghorst, in the first leg against Forest, he scored his first goal for Manchester United. It was a tap-in from a rebound. You know, Anthony had the initial shot, produced a save from Wayne Hennessy, then Weghorst got the rebound. Manchester United have got Weghorst on loan until the end of the season. Don't forget, Besiktas received a compensation fee of 2.5 million. Wout Weghorst wears a number 27 shirt. So that's how I think Manchester United could line up against Nottingham Forest. But yeah, Manchester United are more or less into the final. Man United are 3-0 up from the first leg. Manchester United, as you all know, are coming into this game on the back of a 3-1 win against Reading in the FA Cup 4th round at Old Trafford. You know, Man United have drawn West Ham in the 5th round of the FA Cup. You know, West Ham beat Derby yesterday 2-0. But reflecting on that win against Reading, that was 11 successive home wins for Manchester United at Old Trafford in all competitions. Eric Ten Hag says Man United are building towards ending trophy drought. Ten Hag has made it clear that I want a trophy. Manchester United have not won a domestic trophy for 6 years. Manchester United have beaten Nottingham Forest twice this season, beating them in the first leg of the Carabao Cup 3-0 at the City Ground, beating them at Old Trafford in the league earlier on this season 3-0. They're a poor outfit at Nottingham Forest. The players Nottingham Forest have got, they've got Chris Wood on loan, they got him on loan from Newcastle. Brennan Johnson, one of the best players Forest have got. Sam Surridge, don't forget Sam Surridge had a goal ruled out for offside by VAR in the first leg. Alex Mighton, Emmanuel Dennis, he's a former Watford player. Lyle Taylor. Morgan Gibbs-White is injured. He came off injured in the second half in the first leg. Omar Richards, he's out with injury. Koyate is injured. Ryan Yates, he's been out with illness. Nottingham Forest have Danilo. Jesse Lingard, he's a former Man United player. Forest got Lingard on a free from Man United. If Lingard plays in this game, he'll be reuniting with Manchester United. Scott McKenna, Willie Bowley, Nottingham Forest got Willie Bowley from Wolves. Serge Aurier, he's a former Tottenham player. Renan Loddy. Steve Cook. The goalkeepers Forest have got, obviously they've got Dean Henderson. He won't be in goal in this game because he's unavailable at the moment through injury. He's out until February. So it will be Wayne Hennessy in goal. He was in goal in the first leg. Wayne Hennessy is a former Burnley keeper. They've got another goalkeeper called Jordan Smith, and they have another goalkeeper as well. So they're a lot of the players that Nottingham Forest do have. The Nottingham Forest manager is Steve Cooper. Steve Cooper's been the Nottingham Forest manager for around 16 months. He got appointed in as the Forest manager back in September 2021. He's under contract with Nottingham Forest until 2025. Before Nottingham Forest, Steve Cooper managed Swansea, and before then managed England's under-17s. But I am expecting it to be a Manchester United and Newcastle Carabao Cup final. If Newcastle get to the final, it'll be their first final since 1999. Newcastle are 1-0 up against Southampton from the first leg. But yeah, again, Southampton could turn it around in the second leg, and if they are to do that, then it's going to be a repeat of the 2017 final. Now, obviously, the news regarding Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Sir Jim Ratcliffe cannot afford to buy United. Man United chiefs are not convinced about Sir Jim Ratcliffe's plans to buy Manchester United. It said Sir Jim Ratcliffe was planning like a £4 billion bid. The Glazers are looking for around £6 billion. And the Glazers won't drop their £6 billion asking price. But the club is aimed to be sold by the summer transfer window. Got to get the Glazers out of the club. They've been a massive issue at the club for such a long time. And that explains why United fans have been protesting against the Glazers. The Glazers have owned Man United for 17 years. They bought the club for nearly 800 million back in 2005. But Erik ten Hag, you know, he's a good manager. You can see the progress he's made since he became Manchester United manager. You know, got us to the 5th round of the FA Cup, got us to a Carabao Cup final, got us into the top 4 in the league. And revert back to the start of this season, I did say that Erik ten Hag's expectations this season is to get Man United a top 4 finish. You know, ten Hag, you know, he's brought players in, you know, in this window he's brought Butland in and Weghorst in on loan. We'll try to get another signing before the transfer window shuts at 11 tonight. You know, last summer, ten Hag brought the likes of Terrell Malacia in, Christian Eriksen, Martinez, Casemiro, Anthony, Dubravka. Ten Hag has spent over 200 million since he became Manchester United manager. Let me put into the equation as well, he's let players go, but he's still inheriting players from other managerial eras. And last year, ten Hag got named Premier League Manager of the Month. But he's the best manager we've had since Ferguson, without a shadow of a doubt. So anyway, guys, something to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always. And take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.